Hello and welcome to the first ever UHLA commentated game. I'm your commentator for today, Colin Doyle, and we will be taking a look at the Chicago Bruisers versus the Washington Justice. Justice coming into this game 1-0. Couple of key pieces here in Antonio Rondeau and AJ Asher, Pop Wu, Jeremiah Green, and Joel Moon rounding out that team. On the Chicago side, the Rod squad here, Rodney Wilson and Rodney Jones, along with Bad Mo on that guard. And as we get things kicked off here, first possession will go to Washington. Moon misses a close two, able to get his rebound, and will dunk it in real nice and quick here. Jones tries to bring it in. He is blocked nicely by Asher there. Shot in from Moon will get his second 2 points of the day. Has not missed yet. Washington taking an early 4-point lead here. Chicago scoring their first two of the game. On the other end, a three coming in from Rondeau, and it's deep and will go. 2 more points coming in from Jones here, but Washington currently with a 3-point lead, looking very good. Rondeau sinks another three. Great game from him so far. Rondeau hit 9 threes in his last game, hitting 9 of 17, looking very good from deep range for him, as Bad Mo will hit a 2 and get Chicago back on the board after a little bit of a lapse here. They'll have another shot here. Jones with a quick 2. He'll grab his own rebound, send it out to somebody for the long 2, and he'll grab that. Chicago bring it back within 2. They have a couple of main scoring threats on this Chicago squad here. Rodney Jones and Gavin Somebody, their 2 highest shooting people, but not a lot of 3 potential so far. Somebody is the only one who has gone for 3s and went 4 for 8 in their last game, which ended up being a fairly poor effort by that squad, only getting 66 points, going down 9 to the Dallas Scorpions last week. 3 percentage is one of the lower ones in the league as well, so not looking fantastic from them. Only 10 rebounds as well, so a little bit of work to be done on that defensive end here, but it is a 1-point game. Pop Wu with a shot. Can't get this one, though. Joel Moon sends it back out to Wu. Going for a 3. Can't quite hit it. Jones gets a shot off there. Rod Squad connection. Can't go. Shot from Rondeau, and he'll hit another beautiful 3. Speaking of beautiful shots, there's another one from Chicago. A 2-point gap right now. Rondeau going for another 3. He will not hit that one. Derek Robinson with the shot. He just hits the rim. Can't quite get it. A good rebound there by Washington. A very close one so far here. Washington has led for all, if not most, of this entire contest, but it has been very close so far, about halfway through this first half. It is 20-18. Asher looking from 3. He'll hit it, too. A great shot, 2 for 2 on the day. One of those being that 3-pointer, giving Washington a 5-point lead. Good shot from Rodney Wilson to get a basket for Chicago, but that lead is staying strong here for Washington so far. Shot for Bad Mo with the huge slam dunk, trying to get some energy back in the Bruisers, but Joel Moon with a 2-pointer dunk of his own, and my goodness, what a series of events there for both teams. 27-22. Wilson has it, driving, trying to get into the paint for a shot. He steps back and will hit the huge 2. He's on fire right now. A great play from him to get things going. A shot from deep, and that seems to be what Washington is really taking advantage of right here. 6-point lead right now. A huge 3 from Robinson gets Chicago their first distance shot of this game, and it is a 5-point gap now. 32-27, but it is Chicago's ball, going for a deep 2. Rodney Wilson will make it. He's 4 for 4 on the day. 29 points for Chicago overall. Joel Moon trying to get a long 2, but a lot of commotion around him there. will not allow him to get a clean shot off. Jones going just inside the hash marks, and it is a 1-point game right now. Jeremiah Green looking for his first shot of the game. He'll hit the three. A beautiful shot. 4-point game here. Wilson missing a close inside shot. Not something that they can allow. Asher misses the long three. Jones with the huge rebound, and Chicago is back the other way. Rodney Wilson going for a three of his own. He will not hit it. Might have been safer to go for a more close two there instead. The rebound ability here coming back the other way for Washington will make it a 6-point game, shortened to 3 heading into the last minute of this first half. It is a 4-point game. Bad Mo Bradley trying to rush in, can't quite get it. Rodney Wilson back out at the point here. Just steps barely inside the line, and he'll hit it. 5 for 6 on the day for him so far, having a fantastic day. Chicago looking to tie this up here. Bad Mo drives in, looking for a dunk, and he will get it. And we are tied at 37 here with 21 seconds left. Now Washington able to hit one. Jones gets a quick one, but grabs his own rebound. This one's off to Bad Mo Bradley, and the game is tied back up. What a first half we're seeing here. Anunoby coming in for Washington, and he will get that too. A great steal, but a better block on the other end for Chicago. 4 seconds left here. 3, 2, a long shot is no good. Taken by Washington. Asher sidesteps and hits the buzzer beater. Washington grabbing a 3-pointer at the end of this first half. It is a 5-point game, 44-39. 8 3-points made for Washington so far. Rondow leading this team. And Rondow, Asher, and Moon, all leading this team with double-digit points already here. Looking at the substitutes here, Anunoby 2 for 4, having a pretty solid day so far as well. As for Chicago, Wilson, Jones, and Bad Mo Bradley are your top scorers here. Kind of what we expected from this squad. Pretty good shooting for them as well. Nothing coming from their bench as of yet, but we know that those starters have some pretty good potential in them. As we head back down to the court for second half action, Chicago hits it. Already a 3-point game, 1 basket. Rondow looking for a 3-point attempt. He cannot hit it. 4 for 7 on those for the day. He has not attempted a 2-pointer at all today either. Something that we're not necessarily surprised about. Somebody with a huge 3-pointer. He's 1 for 2 on those for the day. Ties it back up. Chicago with this possession could grab their first lead of the day, and they will. Chicago takes the 2-point lead, 46-44. Rodney Jones is the basket scorer there. Rondow in for 2. Alley-oop to Jeremiah Green. My goodness, what a play to tie it up. Momentum here with Washington. What a play there as well to get that basket for somebody. Derek Robinson now. Step back 3. He hits it. Chicago with a 5-point lead. Huge here. Asher with a huge 3 of his own. It's a 2-point game, and back and forth scoring here for both teams all game. What a fantastic duel here. Chicago finally able to turn the tides, grabbing a 4-point lead, something that they are going to need to continue here. They did have 19 assists and 14 steals in their first game, which was one of their highlights of that last game. No other team in the league had more than 3 in that first game. So a very good spot for them, but not the offense not making anything of that opportunity here. Gerald Curry in now. He'll go for a 2, and he'll make it here. Good for the bench player on Washington. Rodney Wilson driving in, goes for a long 2. He'll hit it, though, and it is 54-58. A long 3 for Rondow will go. 6 of 10 from 3 land on the day, and it's a 1-point game. Robinson for 3. That'll be his first missed 3-point bucket of the day. Rondow for 3 of his own gives Washington a 2-point lead, 60-58. Very close game here. 3 minutes or so left on the clock here. Asher for a 3 of his own, and Washington shooters are on fire right now. A 5-point lead here for Chicago. Rodney Jones for 2. Can't quite hit it. Grabs his own rebound, something that we've seen a lot of in this game. Definitely a good point for him, and he will get a 2. Put Chicago back on the score sheet, allowing 9 straight points from Washington before they got that one. And speaking of points from Washington, they allow another four straight 3-point buckets from downtown for Washington. Make it 5, and they are running away with this one. The shooters on Washington coming alive here in the first half of this 3rd minute, and there is another one. Washington absolutely smashing it from 3 land this game. 72-60, such a close game, and what a fantastic run here from Washington, grabbing 18 points in the time span that Chicago, oh my goodness, 21 points, all in 3-pointers in the same time. Chicago had, 4 now? 4 points. So a huge gap coming in there, and Chicago is really going to need to reel it in a little bit, get some consistency going on that offense if they are going to come back and win. They do have all of their timeouts. Oh my goodness. 8 straight 3-point attempts have gone in now from Washington. Absolute insanity from them so far. Rondow now 10 for 15. He'll go for a 2-pointer. 80-64. Not what you want to see if you are a Bruisers fan here. 14-point gap, and what got away from them here was just bad luck. The Washington, they played fine defense, but Washington shooters just got all hot all at the same time and could come out of this one with the highest score total we've seen as they hit yet another one. I believe that was Jeremiah Green hitting yet another 3-pointer. My goodness gracious. What a game we are seeing here from the 3-point shooters on the Washington Justice. Rondow, 11 for 16 from 3, 33 points. Only off of 3-pointers in this game. He is nuts. Rodney Jones will hit a 2. At this point, Chicago just going for some consolation here. 12 points is going to be too much for them to make up this late in this game, but Washington coming into last game, they scored 96 points on the Houston Supernovas. And nobody else in the league scored more than 77. That was San Francisco over New York last week. Not last week, earlier this week. But Washington definitely has the highest powered offense and can really reel in those threes, and we're seeing that right now. Jones, 15 for 24 on shooting. Not too bad. Make it 15 for 25, 60% so far from 2. Not having a bad game, and I wouldn't say Chicago is even playing bad. It's just when the Washington offense is on fire, which they get pretty much every game that we've seen so far, they really get on fire and can really smash in some points. 88-76 here. AJ Asher looking for a 2-pointer here. He comes in, gets the shot. This one is off. Somebody with the rebound. Chicago calling their final timeout. Somebody for 3 cannot hit it. Joel Moon with the rebound. Rondow hits yet another one. Oh, the embarrassment. And Washington is able to get over 90 points. Again, 21 for 32 of 3. Almost 2/3 of their 3-point shots went in. Absolute insanity from Washington today. 38 points for Rondow on the day. Nutty stats here. Moon with 19 of his own, and I think Green had a solid 11 points. Asher with 17 as well. Wilson and Bad Mo Bradley combining for 30 points. Jones had 30 points of his own on the day, 12 assists for I think it was Rodney Jones as well. But then again, nothing coming from that bench, and I think that's where Chicago will falter this season as a team. But we thank you for watching this episode and broadcast of the UHLA here on the UHLA official YouTube channel. We thank you for tuning into this game and hope you'll tune in to our games of the week, which will be coming out every Friday at 7 p.m. But with that, from all of us here at the UHLA official channel, we wish you a good night.